Hey everybody, welcome back to We Are Podcast. This is Camp Slash Horrorcast, Season 2, Episode 18, Time Crimes. If this is your first time checking out the podcast network, we appreciate it. Please head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, or iTunes, and give We Are Podcast Network a like. And just a reminder, Camp Slash Horrorcast is a weekly live videocast available on Twitch and YouTube. We go live every Monday at 8 p.m. Central Time at twitch.tv/WeArePodcastNetwork and youtube.com/WeArePodcastNetwork. As the Camp Slash Horrorcast is live, I will not be editing the audio for this podcast, so what you saw live is what you get here. Please come watch the stream every Monday at 8 p.m. And if you want to see the previous streams, go check out our Twitch or YouTube channel. And for a full list of future films we'll be watching, please head over to Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /WeArePodcast. All links can be found in the description. And with that, on to the Horrorcast.
Camp Slash Horrorcast.
Hey everybody, welcome to Camp Slash Horrorcast, where we talk horror movies from the past every Monday at 8 p.m. Central Time. I'm your head camp counselor, Duck. I'm here with other head camp counselors. We have Mr. David. Where did you get that walkie-talkie? Jessup. David, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good. Thanks, man.
Fuck yeah. Welcome to the cast. Next, let's go with Jay. You're already home. Do you want another look? McClintock. Jay, how are you, sir? Not good quotes from this movie. Sorry.
I'm doing good, man. I'm feeling all right.
Fuck yeah. And finally, we got Javi. Now bite your left thumb slowly. Virus. Javi, how are you, sir?
Oh, excuse me. Call me biting my left thumb slowly. I'm doing all right.
Right on. Guys, we watched Time Crimes. Los Crímenes, I think is how you say it. I have no idea. All right. Release date September 20th, 2017 at Fantastic Fest. With a running time of 92 minutes, budget of $2.6 million, only made a box office of $564,000.
I see why.
So did not make its money back. So
First of all, wait. This movie came out in 2017.
2007.
So this is an 11-year-old movie.
Yeah.
I want to know how they mastered that look of we made this in the 80s.
I thought it was made in 2006.
Well, it probably was made 2006, but the first release was September 20th, 2007, according to
Okay.
So,
Gotcha.
So 14, 15-year-old movie, got that film grain going hard. Nacho Vigalando's time travel thriller opens with Hector spying on a beautiful woman undressing in the woods near his property. Investigating, he finds her assaulted, and he in turn is attacked by a man whose head is swathed in bandages. Fleeing, Hector encounters a scientific facility where a scientist persuades him to hide in a time machine. Traveling back in time just a few hours, he observes himself. That's right. We watched Time Crimes. We can watch the trailer if you guys want, but I'm going to be honest with you. It kind of sucks. It's not a very good
I'd like to watch it. I'd like to watch it, please.
Let's put it on then. So
I like doing that thing now, watching trailers. I like that.
So it's a Shudder exclusive. So the trailer begins with the Shudder exclusivity, if you will. And it doesn't have any talking in it. So I will read out loud what it says. A simple man. A loving wife. And a mystery. That will change everything. Baboosh! You hear that whip sound? Mm-hmm. Through a wrinkle in time, he must fight his double. Oh, damn, this thing gives it away. And his triple.
Yeah, you're giving away the whole fucking plot.
The whole fucking movie. To save the woman he loves. Yeah, this trailer would ruin this whole fucking movie. Thank you. And the music's not even the music from the movie. Time Crimes.
I like that it was directed by a guy named Nacho.
Nacho. I can't say.
Vigalondo.
Thank you so much.
It'd be better if his last name was Nacho Libre. That would be amazing.
All I'm going to say is I really enjoyed this movie. I will give you guys my history. I doubt anyone else has history with this movie. So I came across this movie through ain'titcool.com, which I've always found interesting movies through. And they did an interview with him for the movie. And I used to go to Ain't It Cool every morning and read the movie news. I just slowly stopped. Jay's shaking his head. He knows what I'm talking about. He's been over there. And so it's one of those things where I was reading about it and I was like, man, that sounds really cool. And they're really pumping it up and I really want to see it. And so I finally got a chance to check it out. I was stoned out of my mind. And I will say this is my second favorite time travel movie. Spoilers for the whole thing. So if you're listening to this, big time spoilers, probably already gave it away during the trailer. But yeah, I would say Back to the Future and then this. So I absolutely love what they did on a minimum budget. I mean, only 2.7 million or whatever it was. The fact that he got this made, it took him 5 years to make this film. I think the logic behind the time travel is solid. I think the logic behind the lead character, he is an idiot. So
yes, thank you.
Does anyone else have any history with this other than this is the first viewing?
First viewing.
First viewing for me too.
Cool.
First and hopefully last viewing for
me. Let's jump into it. Hobby hated it. Hobbs.
Bro,
19 minutes in, and you're like, this is shit.
At 19 minutes, this was a true time crime. 19 minutes felt like an hour 45.
I thought it was a really bold move to make Darkman 4 a Spanish movie that also delved into time travel and also changed the title. I thought it was, I guess they were just going in a different direction, but I appreciate what they did. Durant, I thought Durant was going to show up, but alas, he did not. Turns out
I didn't make that connection. You're right. He looks just like Darkman. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. That's all I thought when I saw. I literally thought it was like a Spanish version of Darkman from the cover that you gave us. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
All right. Well, Jay watched it while he was drinking too, and so did you get a chance to watch it a second time, or did you just stick with that?
I went back a little bit. I'll say this. I mean, I don't have anything necessarily super against the movie. I just felt like coming out of it, my head hurt a little bit because the choices that were made were like comically bad, but they didn't even have like that music in the trailer. That music could have made the movie, I think, a lot more enjoyable. that quirky kind of, yeah. But instead, it does this. It doesn't do the movie much justice. And I guess like the whole Hector 1 thing, Hector 2, and a lot of times I'm a big proponent of less is more. I think this movie needed more to make it more.
Damn. Well, all right. Well, David, how about you? Where do you stand on this?
I kind of enjoyed it.
I like how you're ashamed to say it.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I like about this adventure we do every Monday is sometimes I come across movies I've never seen before and had no idea about. The things. Well, last week I never saw that movie. What was the other one? I think it was the what was the one with the kid from Terminator 2? I never saw that.
Oh,
Brains.
Yeah, Brains. So it's fun to like go into a movie. I had nothing to go on. I kind of enjoyed it. I called it real quick though, like almost right when he got to the time travel laboratory. I'm like, he's being chased by himself.
Oh,
that's yeah. So I called it pretty fast, but I will say the choices that character makes, he could have stopped this so easily. Because what he should have known is, hey, I'm chasing myself. I need to stop doing these bad things, And he didn't. What really annoyed me was he didn't have to kill that girl at the end. There was no reason to kill her. It was almost like he did it on purpose. Like I could understand killing her at the end to save his wife, but his wife was saved. He didn't have to tell her to go up there to die there, and it was that part really, really bothered me. But I still enjoyed it. I thought I really liked how he deconstructed as the movie went on. It kind of reminded me of a Brundlefly, how as the movie went on, as the Hectors got, they went up in multiples, he kept on disintegrating in a way. But yeah, I kind of enjoyed it. I mean, it's an hour and a half. It wasn't like a Titanic long movie. And an amazing pair of breasts. So
My God,
lots of nipples.
Bravo to those.
Yeah,
titties, right?
I think they needed to get a credit or their own IBDM page. So yeah, I kind of enjoyed it, man.
For me, this movie, watching it again today, I've seen it at least 5-10 times. And for me, and Javi's gone, why would you do that? For me, I really, like I said, I enjoy the time travel aspect of it, but it only works because he buys into the fact that he can't go back to his wife unless the things occur the way that they did. So he has to play along with the logic where at any point he can walk away. And that's what's interesting. And this whole thing's based on Schrodinger's cat. I can't even talk. Got a cat right there. And actually, the girl is actually wearing a
Is that
shirt.
the cat from Schrodinger, though?
Yes, it is right there. Is it alive? Is it dead? We don't know. But the girl actually represents the cat. Okay. So whenever you begin the movie, she's wearing the T-shirt of two kitties, and there's a logo in the middle of the shirt that's actually the logo for the facility that the guy is working at. And so she represents whether the cat is alive or dead or what it is within the paradox of the time travel. So she is supposed to be the cat in this.
So can you explain what that is, Duck?
Schrodinger's cat is basically you put a cat. I think it's the cat in the box, right? It's whether you believe the cat is alive or it's dead, but I don't really understand. I'm not a scientist. Does anyone understand it better than me? I apologize. I'm an idiot when it comes to this. Anyone?
I've never heard of it, so that's why I was asking.
It's like a thought experiment that introduces a paradox of quantum superposition.
Yeah, that's worked. It's way too.
I totally didn't just read that from Wikipedia just now either. That's totally off the top of the dome, boys.
So
basically, it's the idea of you put a cat in the box and you can say it's alive or it's dead. But what is the paradox? I can't remember what the paradox.
Okay, well, I'll give you a paradox.
Okay, paradox.
Terminator.
Okay.
Terminator's a paradox because John Connor has to impregnate Sarah Connor to make Reese. Kyle Reese has to impregnate Sarah Connor to then make John Connor, who then sends Kyle Reese back in time to impregnate Sarah Connor. It's a paradox because it can't happen. You see what I'm saying? There's no way that can happen. It's this time loop that is actually impossible to happen.
But those in the Terminator universe, you have separate multi-universes is what you have, and the movies represent that to the point where the characters are played by different actors. Whereas within this, it's a casual loop, I think is what it's called, where it's a single loop where everything has to happen the exact same way, and that's what you see in this movie. Is there? It never digresses. Is that the right word? It never leaves the circle of what's going on. Everything that happens over and over again over all three of them. And it never diverts, that's what I'm looking for, from what's supposed to happen, regardless of the fact that he's trying. Like whenever he's in the woods and he pulls up the binoculars and he's like, or the dark man, if you will, with the pink bandanas, pulls up the binoculars, he realizes he's in the wrong spot. So he moves to another spot, pulls up the binoculars again, and then he's like, okay, I'm in the wrong spot. So he does the hands again. And finally, he knows he gets it right. And everything that happens with each time frame happens over and over again. And I think that's why he's convinced he has to kill the girl at the end to save his wife. And I'm not sure, like, it's very ambiguous to who's dead in the second time loop. So there might be a chance that he did kill his wife in the second time loop. And then he realized, okay, this is my way out of it. If I make it look like my wife, make this girl look like
I thought that too. I thought that he at first did really kill her.
Yeah.
And then the second time, but again, though, when he saves her, there's no reason to kill the girl.
I agree with you.
I think I would have liked it better if he had to sacrifice the girl to save his wife.
Yeah. I think it's a thought thing. I honestly don't know. Jay said to me the other day, he goes, what does the end mean? I'm like, I think he gets caught. I think that they both get caught, him and the scientist. And I think that he knows he's going to jail. So therefore, he's just enjoying the last couple minutes he has with his wife. But how are they going to explain that he time traveled? Technically, he has an alibi. He's sitting next to his wife when the girl falls off the roof. But the wife hears his voice whenever he's saying to the girl, this is my house. and then he grabs her foot and she falls. So what is the wife thinking? You know what I mean? So I don't know. Does he get away with it? Does he not get away with it?
I think that the girl dying that's not really a murder. She just falls off the roof
by accident.
So yeah, by accident. So I do think he gets away with it.
Well, the plot of this movie doesn't work except for the fact that the lead character is an idiot. He's a buffoon. He's done. He doesn't at any point, like you said, he can walk away, and he doesn't. And that's why.
I think the movie works better. I think it was Jay that just said it. If they use that music from the trailer, and it becomes almost a dark comedy. I think it would work better as a dark comedy, as this bumbling time traveler.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
I think it reads as a bumbling comedy, except for the music.
Yeah, like the music is way dark.
Yeah, it just seems like, it's like square peg round hole. It's I think that was my biggest problem with it. Is that's what made it like awkward, for lack of a better word. Is I was like, okay, this works, but it doesn't. But it does.
Does the tension work in the first act whenever the guy with the walkie-talkie saying, "Hey, he's chasing me"? Did you guys believe that, or like?
I was really, really into it. Like I really thought it was really cool, and I couldn't wait to find out what the hell was going on. But once I figured out that it was him, and we're dealing with this time loop, and then he was doing all that fucked up shit with that girl, which was so fucking weird, man. That he did all that stuff because he knew he had to, and then she like the action. The characters in this are so fucking stupid. Like this movie could have been 5 minutes long, but I was really into it, like wanting to know, like, oh, this is really fucked up. What the hell is going on? What is this strange thing? And then I was like, oh, it's just a time travel movie, and that's him, and he has to recreate everything till he goes back in there. But then I got into it more when the third person came up, when the third Hector, and I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. So the first part and the third part, I was really into it. The middle part, I was kind of meh.
Yeah, I like the second part though, because it's almost like it shows what the killer in movies does in the in-between.
Yeah,
there's
pretty
like
cool.
little moments where like he goes up to the facility thing and he peeks in the window, and then he just goes and sits down for a minute. He's just like,
just waiting for, okay, I gotta wait to stalk again.
So it's like, can you imagine like Jason Voorhees or Michael Myers just like,
oh my god, who's that fucking bitch gonna fall? She's gonna fall. Okay, she fell. Let me start going.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I like that, but I also like when Hector 3 he comes out like he's exhausted.
Yes,
he's at his end. Like he thinks his wife has died, so therefore he comes out of that time machine. He just like spits out the water, like, let's fucking go. I'm sick of this. And you got to.
I like how he told the scientist, he's like, okay, listen, your thing works. Okay, yeah, let's just fucking go.
Backhands him, and he's just like, let's do this, let's go, because he's sick of it, and he does sleep after that though too. So I was like, this man needs some rest, especially after he crashes for the second time. He is fucked up bad. So, the scientist character is actually the director too.
Oh, okay.
And I have an interesting theory on it, maybe not. But the girl on the bike, I think that might be his girlfriend. And I think she might be coming to see him at the facility. And sidetracked because she has, like I said, on her shirt the logo for the facility.
That makes sense.
I was like, that would be interesting. The only thing that kind of flows into that is maybe she would escape to the facility at the end because she knew where it was instead of the house. But she ends up going to the house to escape the killer, quote unquote. And you just feel so bad for her. Like she didn't have to die. Like,
that really bothered me.
Yeah, he wrote 5 drafts of the movie before he came up with the girl character to throw her in there. And he goes, that's the heart and soul of the movie. And it really is, because she's so victimized. And all she tried to do was the right thing.
Yep.
So, I don't know what else, guys. Like I said, I had a feeling that maybe this was as I talked to Javi earlier, I was like, maybe everyone's not going to enjoy this as much as I did.
Well, I did enjoy it, but I mean, I'm not going to enjoy it watching it 5 times like you have. Yeah. But I did enjoy it. I like little tiny indie. I mean, this is definitely an indie film. I love foreign films. So yeah, I enjoyed it, but I'm like Javi's. I'm never going to watch it again. but it's not. I mean, it's not Thanksgiving for me. It's not Ginger Dead Man for me. So there's that. I guess is a win.
We need to do a terrible movie like one of those again, though. Seriously, those movies I thought were fun. Hobbs, what was it about this movie that pissed you off? You got to rip into it. Give us
the pacing, dude. It was so slow, and it was just kind of like, come on, my guy, I need you to fucking ramp it up here. I'm telling you, each minute felt like dog minutes for me. I was like, what the fuck is happening? Why is it dragging on and on?
Brutal.
Then you look at the clock and it's like 15 minutes in.
Like I just finished the credits. Like, oh my god, it's just the credits are just starting.
That's what he told me. He goes, I'm 19 minutes in. I can't get into it. I was like, it's slow pace. It's good. He's like, all right. And then second he came into Zoom meeting, I could see it on his face. I was like, oh, we are fine.
I was like, never again. I thought we were friends, David.
I'm sorry. I liked it.
I'd rather watch fucking things killing 2 times in a row than to watch that for the full.
You watch your fucking mouth, Happy. You watch your mouth. Thanksgiving's like Beetlejuice. If you say it 3 times, it pops up on our screen.
Oh my god, this is a turkey come up and give me a bad pun before you murder me. Gobble, gobble, bitch.
It's all gravy, bitch. Jay, you said that this deserves an American remake, or at least needs one.
I didn't say American. I just said I think I would like to see it remade. Maybe as a French movie, like with kind of like that je ne sais quoi that I think they would kind of I give it. I mean, it's another romantic language. Yeah, I'll tell you what I think really kind of hurt this movie a little bit. I think this movie is somewhat in the shadow of The Prestige.
Yes.
That came out right before it.
Really good.
Which is another movie that deals with the concept of body doubles and whatnot. And I think obviously that was a huge Hollywood American movie, and it was pretty successful, if I recall.
Yeah.
And I think
Christopher Nolan, right?
Yeah, it was Nolan. And I think that any movie that tried to tackle a subject of that nature, despite the time period or whatnot, was gonna face a little bit of an uphill battle. And I think that's exactly what Time Crimes did.
Is that the Ed Norton movie?
No, that
was the other one.
Illusionist.
They both came out at the same time.
This is Bale and Hackman.
Yes.
Prestige. Yeah. Okay. I remember. My bad. Sorry. Go ahead, Jack.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, obviously in that movie, you don't deal with just one person having a double. You deal with 2 people having a double, and a great reveal twist. And David Bowie as Tesla. I mean, it really fires on all cylinders. And then you got Time Crimes. It's like we made a movie about that too. we did it. We got a time machine. Time machine too.
Time Crimes has a lot of potential. There's a lot of potential there, and it just doesn't deliver. And I think the biggest problem is that with any type of movie that has to deal with time travel or science fiction, you're already asking the audience to take a big leap of faith and to do a lot of suspension of disbelief. And so when you have in that world, you've got to have your characters be as realistic as possible and make decisions as realistic as possible. Because once the audience starts yelling, I'd never fucking do that. That's so stupid. Then you lose them.
Most people are idiots. I mean, let's be honest.
I'm not going to argue with
I'm going to speak as an idiot myself. Like, people make stupid fucking decisions when they think that the things they care about are on the line. And this character makes those bad decisions because he's in love with his wife, regardless of the fact that he's perving on some girl in the woods with his binoculars.
Is that the moral of the story? Don't be a fucking perv.
Don't be a perv. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't go out looking for trouble when you got fucking, the goods at home.
Who was the sponsor of this movie? The maker of the binoculars? Fuck, man.
It almost, David, you might agree with this. I almost look at this movie. It almost looks like it could have been on Amazing Stories.
Yeah.
Because that's another show that dealt a lot with science fiction and whatnot.
Yeah.
And it's a morality. It's definitely a morality story too. I will give it that. It's definitely, I think, a classic morality tale of how deep you can go when you think you're doing something innocuous, but in reality you're creating a much bigger ripple to come out of until it's just like it's almost farcical. And I think that's where that movie actually does work. And so at the end, I'll tell you the part I like the best. I don't think the batteries ever truly dropped for me in this one, but I think when his wife's about to get up and he just holds her hand and he's like, no, just he is exhausted. And I think that in that moment he plays the audience where it's like, we're all there.
Yeah.
We've been exhausted. Let's just see how this pans out. And then you get that nice drone shot or whatever was taking that picture. And I think the ending.
It's gonna rain soon. It's gonna rain soon. You know what it felt like? It felt like being an audience member at the Backdoor Comedy Club when Linda lets 25 comics go up, and the show that's supposed to be an hour and a half is now 2.5 hours long, and the audience is just like, it's gonna rain soon. Let's just go.
Time to
Let's
go.
just go.
Time to go.
Yeah.
The other interesting thing to me is he says, when I turn on this machine, bad things happen. But this is the first time time travel has actually worked. So I wonder what else.
Well, remember he talks about he's the first vertebrae. So he must have been messing around with other shit.
Yeah, threw a monkey in there. A lizard.
Well, he said vertebrae, so was he like throwing around octopus, like just invertebrates, whole bunch of muscles,
like sponges and shit?
Yeah, sponges and shit. Man, this fucked up this sponge. The third sponge came out and was like, "Listen, another sponge is gonna come. Just tell him what to do."
Yeah, and
then the third sponge is gonna come out and be dressed as a loofah.
Yeah,
that motherfucker.
I remember trying to fuck my mom's loofah once. I was like, it's got a hole in it. And I was like, this does not feel good. And then that's when I came up with the fleshlight. That's when I had my moment of like clarity. I was like, I need to make a fleshlight.
I think we need the and now you know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, honestly, other than talking about the Bandage Man, which Jay pretty much when he said Dark Man took all the wind out of my sails on that. There's really not a lot else to talk about in this movie. I guess I thought highly of it. I still do, but I understand where you guys are coming from too. And,
well, I mean, listen, do not feel bad about it. Okay, you are somebody who enjoys Thanksgiving, so this is like your Schindler's List. So it's a good thing. This is your Godfather. Okay?
God, I love it when I make a pick and I get roasted. I'll tell you what.
No, I actually enjoyed it, man. I didn't hate it. Okay, I didn't hate it. I mean, I had some great tits. They were natural, and the camera stayed on them for a long time. And then when she was wearing a shirt, her nipples were hard the entire time.
David sounds like a girl who just told you, Duck, that she had a really nice time at dinner.
Yes,
but she's never gonna see you again.
Yeah, I mean, we can be friends.
You just got friends on Duck.
Yeah, we can be friends. I mean, I really enjoy, but just don't text me that much.
Friend Zone the movie, otherwise known as Time Crimes,
also known as Duck's Life.
How has that not been made yet? Friend Zone the movie or Friend Zoned?
It's called every romantic rom-com.
It's called every movie starring Jennifer Love Hewitt in the 90s.
Oh no, they made it. It was called Just Friends with
Ryan Reynolds.
But but the name Friend Zoned just screams rom-com. Like that should have been a movie already.
Yeah. Get in the zone, friend zone. Actually, no, the ultimate Friend Zone movie would be Pretty in Pink, because Ducky never gets it.
That's right.
But doesn't Ducky end up hooking up with Annie Potts in that movie?
I don't remember. I don't think so. Maybe.
Oh my god.
Okay. Next week, think a lot.
Annie Potts in that movie. Oh
next week on a Camp Slash Horrorcast, we're doing Pretty in Pink.
Hey, I'd be down. I've never seen it before.
Are you serious? That movie's so fucking good. I love that.
It is a horror movie for a young man's heart.
Yeah.
Named Ducky. It might get too meta.
the most devastating like teen 80s movie for me was The Last American Virgin. Holy shit, dude, that's devastating.
That credit scene, I knew you were going to say it before you even did, because that's an American remake of Lemon Popsicle, which is a Polish. It's like I don't want to say it's a Polish movie.
I never knew that.
You never saw the original?
Oh
yeah. You might want to look it up. It may not be Polish, but it's definitely it's a foreign film about three boys. It was a smash hit, and then they actually made it in America. And oh man, oh boy, is that rough to watch.
It's devastating, dude.
We have all been that guy.
Well, what's so fucked up is that movie is so fun, And then you're on this ride, and you're like, oh man, we're in a rom-com, and the good guy wins, and oh fuck, and it just takes your heart and it just rips it out. Because I think the reason why is because it feels so real. It feels honest. Like that's real life, not fucking 16 Candles or Ferris Bueller's Day Off or all those other Howard Hughes, John Hughes movies. That felt visceral, man. It felt almost like you were watching a documentary of how my life was about to be. Do you guys even know what the fuck we're talking about right now?
No idea.
Just real quick, David, it's an Israeli movie.
Really? Oh,
the original
okay.
is an Israeli movie. So yeah.
Oy vey, what are you doing over here? Oh my goodness.
No, it's actually literally all in. It's most. I think it's almost all in Hebrew.
On Hebrew.
So, yeah. So anyway, back to top. What are we watching? Time Crimes.
Oh, yeah.
Time Crimes.
Hey, Duck. You know your movie's bad when you start talking about the Israeli version of Last American Version.
It's fine, dude. I was thinking when you were talking about it, like Saturday Night Fever, that movie fucked me up because the other.
Oh, dude, I just started watching that again the other night, man. I forgot, dude. They say the N-word more than like an open mic at the Arlington Improv. The first 5 minutes, I'm like, oh my, I better turn this down. I don't want my neighbors to think I'm in the Klan. Holy shit.
They say it more than any 2000s white comic trying to be edgy.
Yeah. I was like, man, did CJ Starr write this movie? I was like, holy shit.
Did Ralphie May use this for his closer? R.I.P. Ralphie. R.I.P.
All right, let's get back on track. Let's get to recommendations. Obviously, we've talked about the movie. I highly recommend it. But the guys over here, Hobbs, you recommend this movie or not?
I'm going to recommend this movie. And I recommend it.
Boom! Shit. Drop in the hammer. I'm gonna recommend this movie.
Nothing to say. All right, Dave, do you recommend it?
Me?
Yeah.
Ooh, man. I'll do one of these.
All right.
I'll give it.
Thumbs up and a sideways thumbs up. Thumbs down. Maybe we don't know where it's going. All right, David, how about you? Do you recommend it?
I would recommend it to a certain type of person, and that person is. That's who I would recommend it to.
Oh shit!
I couldn't agree more. It's definitely for the kind of people that.
God damn it! Either we got a bad connection.
And that's the last I'm going to say about that.
This is why half a bottle of Jack is gone.
Holy shit!
All right.
The funny thing is, I actually did talk through what I said, but I got that.
Hey everyone, it's just Duck jumping in here real quick to say thank you so much for checking out the podcast today. If you're enjoying it, head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, or iTunes, and give We Are Podcast Network a like. And just so you know, the next section of the podcast will be clips from the movie, so you can find replays of the live video stream at twitch.tv/We Are Podcast Network and youtube.com/We Are Podcast Network. Once again, all links can be found in the description. Come check out our live stream every Monday at 8 p.m. And for a full list of future films, check out our social media. You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /We Are Podcast. And with that, back to the Horrorcast.
All right, let's get to it. Let's clip it. All right, here we go. The fool, because that's what he is. It just sets him up to be, he's an idiot.
Yeah.
He left the fucking car door open, the trunk open.
I would love to let's redo this movie and add a laugh track.
All right, we can laugh at it right now. Make fun of it. The girl.
Oh yeah. See, I thought this was really cool how you don't see her face. I thought that was super creepy.
Because you almost think there's something sexual going on in the woods, you know what I mean? Like there's somebody else there, which there is, and it's creepy.
I just got like a really evil, weird, creepy, like The Ring vibe.
God, I hope I censored this. I can't remember if I did or not. Oh, thank God.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
good job.
Oh,
yeah.
You win.
No, you got it. You got it.
The Stab.
Oh my God! Did you guys watch the dubbed version?
The dub
No,
version.
Yeah.
I subbed it.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
Subs
That
for this
was
guy.
bad.
Yes, the dubbing sounds awful.
Yeah, the dub did not fit at all. That is what we're watching now, so I don't have to read out the subtitle. Hopefully I made it. Oh, damn it. But the thing is realistic, though. It doesn't take much to threaten a person. Like, he just has a pair of scissors, you know what I mean? Like, that would be enough to scare me. And that's the one thing I do like about this movie, is I do feel like it's grounded in reality. Because this guy's an idiot. And you know what I mean? Like, that's enough to scare the girl. And it feels real to me. The whole thing feels real, like it could actually happen. It's not overly bombastic, but like his decisions, like the whole time you're watching, you're just like, this guy's a fucking idiot. Second look. I love this though. I really do like it.
This is when I called it because I thought he was going to turn around and it was going to be him.
But technically it is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but that's when I knew. I was like, okay, that guy is him.
This is the one part that bothered me. Why did he break this window? I get it. Felt like he was in danger, but he was like, fuck it, I'm going in.
That's a cool fucking laboratory, man. That place was really neat.
Yeah, it looks
It
cool.
was styling.
The tank.
That made me very nervous. I was like,
Hey! Hey!
oh my God, that dubbing. Holy shit.
It is bad.
It sounded like John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever. Hey, what are you doing? Don't touch the hair. I got all this water in my mouth. Time travel tastes bad.
If I had to recast this movie, I would totally put David Tell in this guy's role. He really was like a Spanish David Tell.
He does.
You're right.
But only after he's like shot a couple of scenes of like Up All Night, so he's wasted during the shooting.
You mean Insomniac? Yeah.
Oh, Insomniac, thank you. I love that
Time
show.
travel stuff.
This is you. This era moves from the past to the future. Okay? At this point, you enter the
Oh
tank
my
and travel an hour and a
God.
half into the past.
The past.
You become sort of a
Did they get?
Hector 2. And at your house is Hector 1.
Hector 1.
Hector 1, your reflection in the mirror. Remember? Look, you're here. You're seeing yourself, but there's only one arrow.
I thought it was a
But the
treasure
time,
map.
Your reflection will last up to here.
Calm down now.
Oh my God, that's so fucking hilarious.
It's terrible. It's horribly done.
Did they get the narrator of the Wonder Years to play that guy's role?
Creating the
Somebody out
paper.
there has this movie as a credit.
You might recognize me.
All right, would it bleed through and make it pink though? That's the one thing that I was like. Oh, the milk mixes with it, the white substance. I see.
Then who is that man in my home?
He's you.
Who taught this guy how to fucking dress the wound? The medic from Civil War?
In the same way you did. Technically, you're the same person. He's like your reflection.
Can't I just go home and explain?
It will be the end of your life as you know it.
This voiceover was not in the Spanish version. So I don't know what it was.
What am I supposed to do now?
Become
Dark
Vision.
Man.
I'm Dark Man. I see you.
Man, that girl was really stupid following him this entire time.
Table for two. Bam! Take it, bitch. Oops. Is that how you spell oops? Or is it two?
Nope.
Two O's. My bad. Okay.
Hey! Wait! Wait!
Oh, it's brutal. Brutal.
That looks like his wife.
Yeah, it does. What I said, is there a chance that it was his wife?
Yeah.
I don't know. Pimping out. He just comes out of this time machine like a pimp.
Here we go again. Hey, time travel.
It's only my second time. It's fucked up.
Hector!
He is messed up.
He does look like Brundlefly.
He looks like what?
It's Brundlefly.
He does look like Brundlefly. Look at that.
I've been going through this time vet, you see.
But you're a coward. You don't want to be part of the dynamic duo.
It looks like to me, it looks like one of the henchmen from Dick Tracy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh
Yes,
my God. It's so
Good
freaky.
call, bro.
Nothing.
Big
That
boy,
guy's crazy.
That guy's crazy. He saw you from far away and went nuts. You have to hide from him. You have to fool him.
You have to die for no apparent reason. Because my wife's already saved. She's hiding. So you could just hide too and be saved. But no.
Yeah, because there's no Hectors in this timeline. It makes no sense.
That was really weird. You're beautiful. She said, why are you going to kill me then?
Yep. The end. I guess Hector's here.
What happened? Hector, what's going on?
That woman is terrified.
No! No, Clara! Wait! Relax, please.
Hector,
It's okay.
He throws the scissors.
You met me at a very
We
strange
still have
time
a
in my
while
life.
before it starts raining.
She was a pixie.
And there it is.
This
Thank God it was
this needs a
short.
rap song at the end, like all 90s horror movies had a rap song at the end.
He thought he was Dark Man, but he wasn't coming at you from the side. Yeah.
Time crimes coming at you.
Hey guys, we got a really good gig for you. You need to do a rap song. The movie's about time crimes, okay? What else is it about? We don't fucking know, but just do time crimes in the chorus somewhere. Go.
Time crimes.
You're gonna do the
all
time.
right.
You're gonna do the crime. Time crime.
Time crimes. All right, guys, that's time crimes. Recommendations. I do have them. I think that you guys will also agree with me, hopefully, if you've seen these movies. The first one will be based on what pulls up, which I think it will be, if we can get it to go. Hold on. All right, that is not the first one. Okay, here we go. The first one will be Source Code. This movie is fucking bomb diggity. It's got Jake Gyllenhaal in it. It takes place on a train. As you can see, he wakes up. He is talking to the hottie from Mission Impossible 3 and also True Detective, which she killed it in. I can't think of the actress's name. But it deals with time travel in a very unique way. Have you guys seen this movie before?
Oh yeah, love
Yes.
it. Love it.
Yeah.
Really
That
good.
ending was so fucking sad, though, man.
Oh, yeah,
that
it's a
was
brutal
fucking
ending.
brutal.
Yeah, it's a totally brutal ending. I would love to see a sequel of some kind. I don't know how you do that, though, because the ending is a little bit of a twist ending. But, I mean...
It's like
as-
Tommy got a gun.
It,
A
yeah,
little
it's,
bit.
as far as the
How
time travel...
Tommy got his gun. He chooses to live in perpetual whatever.
Yes. So, like, it brings up a lot of interesting conundrums, if you will. I think that's what I'm looking for. And it's just a great movie, hands down. It was directed by Zoe Bowie also. So,
What?
big
Who's
ups to
that?
David Bowie's sperm.
Oh.
As we already gave a shout out.
Oh,
to
the guy that did Moon?
Yes, it's Duncan. What's his name?
Duncan. Yeah. Yeah.
I can't think of his name right now. But yeah, it's David Bowie's kid. The second one I'm going to suggest, if we can get there,
is Time Crimes.
Time Crimes. Colossal. Have you guys seen Colossal?
Love Colossal.
I've heard of it, never seen it.
Same director as this movie, has to do with kaiju.
What? The same director?
It's the same director, yes. That's why I'm recommending it.
What?
It's his second American film, written and directed by him. What's the guy? Is Sudeikis? What's his name?
Jason Sudeikis. And was that Dan Stevens?
Yep. Yeah. Love Dan Stevens, man.
Yes.
Dan Stevens fucking rules.
The Guest.
Oh, so good, man.
But definitely an interesting movie. Great premise.
Oh, I'm gonna check this out. This looks really good.
Oh, dude, it's really good. Jason Sudeikis is a dick.
Yeah, he's such a dick.
But you don't know he's a dick.
Yeah. Sorry, spoiler alert.
Spoilers. And it's just it's a great movie.
Oh, Anne Hathaway's great too, by the way. She does a great job.
So definitely suggest that. Do you guys have any suggestions for movies?
Oh yeah, with time travel shit, there's this movie with Denzel Washington and James Caviezel.
Yeah.
And Santa Nathan.
Deja Vu.
Val Kilmer's in that. How are you not going to mention Val Kilmer?
Was he in that?
Yeah, the Kilmer's in that, bro. He's a leader of the fucking organization.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
But either way, it's a really good movie. Synopsis: somebody blows up a boat in fucking Louisiana, and it's up to Denzel and the time traveling squad to stop it. Any means necessary.
I like it. It's a pretty good movie. Go ahead, Jake.
I got one recommendation, and it just came to mind. It is without a doubt. It deals with time travel, and to me, is the most criminally underrated Ben Affleck movie of all time, Paycheck.
Paycheck deals with time travel?
The whole movie's about time travel. He plays a guy who is contracted out by the government to make a time machine. And when he comes back, he gets an envelope with like 8 items, random items. And throughout the movie, he has to use every single item a certain way. And it is because he's already seen what's going to happen through his machine. It's directed by John Woo. It came out in 2003. It was a mild success, but yeah, it's also completely about time travel and having
no idea.
And having to fix things. So I would recommend Paycheck.
I'm so in. Anything with time travel, Harry Potter 3, Back to the Future, like I said. This movie, Primer even, which is one of the most low budget, if not the most low budget time travel movie. I've never been disappointed by a time travel movie, even Time Cop.
What about Interstellar?
Bro, I liked Interstellar.
Time Cop was great.
Those aren't waves.
Yeah.
Those aren't mountains. Okay, I got yes.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was going to tell you my recommendations.
Yes, hit it.
I have 2 time travel movie recommendations, both starring David Warner.
Ooh.
They are going to be Time Bandits and the greatest time travel movie of all time, because it pits H.G. Wells versus Jack the fucking Ripper, and that is Time After Time, motherfucker. With
Malcolm McDowell.
Yeah, Malcolm McDowell as H.G. Wells and David Warner as the greatest serial killer never to be caught, Jack the Ripper. Fuck yeah, 1979, bitch.
Right on. So you got plenty of suggestions there. If anyone wants to go check out those movies, I was gonna say every Terminator movie I'd love to. I've never been disappointed by Terminator, and I know that is a hot topic right there. But I just a hot take, if you will, because
how have you not been disappointed by every Terminator movie after T2 is beyond me?
Nope.
I like T3. I love T3. T3's awesome.
Genesis is fun. Salvation's fun. They're all fun, dude. Every single one of them. I've always enjoyed.
Even the one directed by Mick G is okay.
Yeah, Salvation was great. What was the new one? I enjoyed that too.
Dark Fate.
Yeah, Dark Fate. I like that. I thought it was great. I've enjoyed every Terminator movie ever. Just love time travel stuff. So with that said, next week we will not be looking at time travel. We'll be looking at the Evil Dead remake. We'll be taking a look at a remake movie next week. I'm excited about that because this movie legit terrifies me, and I'm not looking forward to watching it and or clipping it and or talking about it. Because
I haven't seen this movie since it came out, and I don't know why, because I loved the shit out of it when it came out. So I'm excited to watch it again.
It's so legit scary and gory and just odd.
And I love the lead actress. She's fantastic.
the ending, that third act is just killer. But yeah, we're going to be taking a look at the Evil Dead remake. So, David, where can I find you on the internet?
I will be on Facebook at what do I do? Oh yeah, Stop Motion Nightmares. Instagram at Children of Dave, and then I will be performing in Liberty Hall in Tyler, Texas, on the 28th of August.
Right on. And you can find us at wearepodcast.podbean.com, where we have We Are Air, We Are Bagu, Camp/Horrorcast every Monday here live on Twitch. Join our social media. You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /We Are Podcast Network. Other than that, we appreciate you being here, listening, enjoying this. Please share. Guys, thank you so much for being here and talking this movie with me, even though we didn't enjoy as much as I was hoping, but that's okay because Duck will drink it away. With that said, keep horror in your heart, motherfuckers. There
Swallow your soul. I swallow your soul.
And with that said, I'm going to cut the feed.
And there it is. Thank you again so much for checking out the podcast today. If you enjoyed it, head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and iTunes, and give We Are Podcast Network a like. And since this is Camp/Horrorcast, if you want to check us out live, we will be on Twitch and YouTube every Monday at 8 p.m. Central Time. You can find us at twitch.tv/We Are Podcast Network and youtube.com/We Are Podcast Network. And if you've enjoyed this podcast, you're going to love the other podcasts here on the We Are Podcast Network. We have We Are Air, where we talk movies, entertainment, whatever the fuck we want to talk about. That's me, that's Jake, and that's Javi. We're breaking down that pop culture, and we're having so much fun. And don't forget to check out We Are Bagu, a video game podcast, where we talk Atari to Steam and everything in between. That's me and Dr. Ethan Eastwood breaking down all that video game lore, heroes, Gyros, dungeons, and distractions side quests. Me and the boys were playing some D&D. You can start that one from Season 1, Episode 1. It's a blast the whole way through. And I hate being sober. Personal stories from epic people. I sit down with some of my favorite people of all time. We talk about their trials, their tribulations, and their journey this far. Also, check the links in the description for our social media. You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /We Are Podcast Network. With that said, hopefully we see you in the live stream.